You're watching Channels Television. We now go to Bonny in Rivers State for the live coverage of the groundbreaking ceremony of NLNG Train 7.
Current and future energy mix. Gas is readily available in Nigeria. It is cleaner and very affordable. Hence, a massive opportunity for our dear country starting today. With 260 TCF of proven gas reserves and a potential additional 600 TCF that we can prove, I believe that Train 7 will be an inspiration and indeed a catalyst for Trains 8, 9, 10, and even to 15, in line with the recent declaration of the Decade of Gas by Mr. President. Please allow me to conclude by congratulating seated here today, Mr. Chairman. Congratulations, especially also our shareholders with NNPC. I see you, GMD. I see Shell. I see Total. I see ENI, who have invested so much confidence in making our 14 years dream of Train 7 a reality today. I must also thank our staff who have stayed the course with so much tenacity and doggedness. Congratulations, Nigeria LNG. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as I have said in many fora, Nigeria, indeed, has ridden on the back of oil for over 50 years. But with this Train 7 project, Nigeria is now set, and I believe it is now time to fly on the wings of gas. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the stage is set for Train 7. It is time for gas. It is time for Nigeria. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I thank you all.
And soaring on gas, we shall indeed. Once again, please appreciate with us our erudites, MD, NLNG, Mr. Tony Atta. Thank you, sir. For his welcome remarks, please join me welcome an excellent geologist, trained geophysicist, one who's committed to the growth and development of all things oil and gas. He is the Group Managing Director of the NNPC, Mr. Mele Kolo Kiari.
Excellency Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Mr. President, I will not bore you with the protocols, except to admit that for all profound respect to the Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, His Royal Majesty King Edmond Dakoro, and then the Almana of Finima, and of course very distinguished Honorable Ministers present here, members of the Board of NNPC and that of the NLNG. Mr. President, today history is made. And I will join Tony to say that there were uncertainties since 2007 that it didn't allow us to get to this point today. These uncertainties actually prevented this project from going forward. Mr. President, I will confirm that if it's not for your intervention, where some of these uncertainties, particularly in the upstream gas supply, were not taken out, we will not be celebrating this day. Therefore, Mr. President, this is your day. We are aware of all the major interventions that you did, that you graciously granted to us, making it possible for our upstream partners, including NNPC, to take on board the reality of making our gas supply is assured, and also giving confidence to our shareholders to go the next step, have the assurance and the stability of the fiscal environment for them to invest in this. Mr. President, this is your day, this is history being made. And secondly, Mr. President, doing this, it makes business sense. Your expectation is that we should have been in Train 12 today. Mr. President, I can also join Tony to tell you that we're adding 35% of current capacity. It means that technically on per capita basis, we are not very far from Train 12. But the next thing we will do, Mr. President, that the assurance we have from the members of the board and also our shareholders is that we'll take the next step. We'll call it Train 8. Train 8 means, it doesn't mean another train, but it simply means that additional capacity, which should be greater than what we are doing today, Mr. President. And this is also possible. And it also creates opportunity for other investment opportunities, Mr. President. Mr. President, I can also confirm to you that there is no better time than today to declare to you that the confidence of our shareholders, the confidence of our core investors have come back on the table. We know for sure that going forward, with all the reforms that are going on, with the ultimate stability that the Petroleum Industry Bill will put on the table, will mean that more investment will come. This will not be the only initiative that will go. There are so many other initiatives that are going on that are waiting for these opportunities to come on the table. Lastly, Mr. President, I will join the members of the board to congratulate the management of this company. Tony has done well in making this project work in the last 5 years. And I understand, Mr. President, I need to tell you that he's going away, but Tony has done well for this company. I will congratulate Tony, and I welcome all of us to this event. And the next level of activity that we'll do, Mr. President, is to see the new opportunities. Thank you very much, Mr. President, for your time, and I congratulate you.
Thank you very much, Group Managing Director of the NNPC, Mr. Mele Kolo Kiari. Onwards, we go over now to remarks, special remarks. And first of our special remarks is coming from His Excellency Chief Timiprio Silva, Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum Resources. Please join me in welcoming these committed patriots to the development of our resources for the betterment of our people, especially in this decade of gas. Welcome as he takes his remarks, His Excellency Chief Timiprio Silva.
The President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Muhammad Buhari, and Minister of Petroleum Resources, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the President of the Senate, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, represented by the Deputy Governor, members of the Federal Executive Council, distinguished and honorable members of the National Assembly, members of the Diplomatic Corps, heads of government agencies and parastatals, royal fathers and traditional rulers here present, the Board of Directors of the NNPC, the Board of Directors of the NLNG, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very delighted to be part of this historic event, formally kick-starting construction activities for the NLNG Train 7 project in Bonny Kingdom, Rivers State. When crude oil was first discovered in Oloibiri community in 1956 in Old River State, now Bayelsa State, little was known about the transformation that the exploration activities will bring to the lives of the people in the area and the economy of the nation. In a very little time, Nigeria began to earn significant proportion of its GDP from crude oil export. The realization that Nigeria holds much bigger reserves of gas when compared to oil led to the push to harness the utilization of our gas resources. Over the past 6 years, the Ministry of Petroleum Resources and its agencies, under the leadership of President Muhammad Buhari, had been at the forefront of developing robust policies and focused implementation of strategic initiatives to extract value from our natural resources. Some of these programs include the Nigeria Gas Master Plan and Gas Policy, the Nigeria Gas Expansion Program, the Year of Gas, and the Decade of Gas. The incorporation of Nigeria LNG Limited in 1989 and its eventual commencement of operation 10 years later in 1999 represent one of the bold steps by the federal government to partner with global institutions to deliver benefits to our dear country. One of the remarkable benefits is that the nation's operational flare status has reduced drastically from 65% when Nigeria LNG came into operation to about 12% today. This is evidence that Nigeria LNG is a blessing to the nation as it positively complemented crude oil exploration by monetizing flared gas, today yielding huge revenue for the nation and investors. The jobs created and business opportunities realized since the inception of the LNG operations in Bonny Island is also remarkable indeed. The impact of Nigeria LNG operation has been positive, both for the company's host communities and for Nigerians who are now enjoying the impactful investment that LNG sponsors at the national and regional levels in the country. It is therefore very reassuring to support the expansion of Nigeria LNG's operation with the addition of one more train to its already thriving 6-train complex here in Bonny Kingdom to make it a 7-train LNG complex. I boldly say that this groundbreaking ceremony is a guarantee to every stakeholder of more dividends in terms of further reduction in gas flaring, more revenue for the nation and the shareholders, more job opportunities, especially at the construction phase, and more social investments for our society. I'm also pleased to note that unlike the previous trains, Nigerian content level in Train 7 is at a record-breaking level of 55% Nigerian content for a midstream project. For a midstream project covering engineering, fabrication, construction, manufacturing, logistics, and many other areas. Provisions have been made for the community content aspect of Train 7 project as contained in the NOGIC Act. This is the first time that NCDMB community content guidelines is being deployed on a mega project like this to ensure massive community participation. I believe that our in-country capacities are meant to be utilized and can only develop further by participation in projects like this. We are determined to see other mega projects come on stream to drive our priorities in the Ministry of Petroleum Resources. As we consolidate our country's status as a gas exporting nation, we are also rolling out policies to ramp up our domestic utilization of gas. The year 2020 as a year of gas was a remarkable success. We have shifted our focus to years 2021 to 2030 as a decade of gas, wherein we will deepen LPG and CNG penetration across the nation for domestic cooking, power generation, and auto gas for vehicles. Train 7 will enable the increase of LNG exports to markets that have growing demand for LNG as a preferred fuel for industrialization and power generation. Similar template to utilize LNG will be replicated in Nigeria to further hasten our industrial development. Ladies and gentlemen, I am indeed elated at the prospect which this groundbreaking ceremony presents to us as a nation. And I commend the tenacity of the stakeholders of Nigeria LNG, especially the tenacity of Mr. Tony Atta, MD of LNG, and the active support of our Action President and Minister of Petroleum, President Muhammadu Buhari, towards building a truly formidable and successful Nigerian brand in the global LNG market. I have no doubt that we can continue to count on the support of all stakeholders from the various groups within the communities, our royal fathers, the state government, industry regulators, partners, and stakeholders to see to the successful completion of this project. Thank you all, distinguished ladies and gentlemen.
Our sincere appreciation to His Excellency, the Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, for his kind intervention. Please appreciate him once again as he takes his seat. We now have special remarks by our chief host, the Governor of Rivers State, His Excellency Barrister Nyesom Ezenwike CON, who is ably represented by Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Rivers State, Dr. Ipalibo Harry Banigo. Please welcome her very warmly as she makes her way forward. Rivers State is working. The people of Nigeria LNG are happy and glad to receive our first person. Please keep clapping.
Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Temepere Silva, Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, His Majesty King Edmond Dakuru, Chairman NLNG Board of Directors, and the members of the Board of Directors, members of the National Assembly, the MD CEO of Nigeria LNG Limited, Mr. Tony Atta, Honorable Member representing Bonny in Rivers State House of Assembly, Chairman of Bonny Local Government Area, Chairman-elect of Legema Local Government Area, highly respected chiefs and titled citizens of Bonny Kingdom, the Executive Secretary, NCDMB, PMD, NNPC, stakeholders of NLNG, members of Finima community, and the community of Grand Bonny, ladies and gentlemen of the press. I wish to present to you the address of His Excellency Ezenwike CON, GSSR POS Africa, who is unavoidably absent. He has asked his felicitations to this August gathering on this wonderful day of the groundbreaking ceremony of NLNG Train 7 in Bonny, in Rivers State. I here present his address. I am highly delighted to be a part of this groundbreaking ceremony of the multi-billion-dollar NLNG Train 7, which will greatly increase the production capacity of the plant, create more employment for our youths, and also impact positively on revenue generation for our country. Let me use this medium to also commend the leadership of NLNG for making Port Harcourt its corporate headquarters. This attests to the fact that Port Harcourt and indeed Rivers State is safe for business, and would also like to see other multinationals move their headquarters to Port Harcourt. This facility that we are going to witness the groundbreaking ceremony is indeed a thing of great pride for us as government of Rivers State, and we wish to sincerely thank Your Excellency, our President, for supporting this project all the way through. We also wish to encourage the federal government to fast-track the completion of the Bonny Road project, as well as the East-West Road, which connects the economic nerve center of the nation with other parts of the country as a major priority. The Rivers State government is desirous to continue to partner with the NLNG, which we consider as a critical national asset and a worthy partner in the socio-economic development of not only the host communities, but Rivers State and Nigeria at large. Let me assure you that my administration will continue to hold meaningful engagements with you and continue to encourage peaceful coexistence between you and the host communities. As a government, we have deliberately taken steps to ensure that all legitimate businesses set up in our state are given the necessary support to thrive. And the NLNG and indeed all the multinational oil companies operating in our state will continue to enjoy the favorable environment to operate. We have continued to build massive infrastructure to enhance commerce and industry. In fact, the state can be rightly described as a huge construction site, where the construction of several development projects like roads, bridges, and jetties, the rehabilitation of existing public buildings, shore protection, land reclamation, and sand filling has either been completed or are ongoing simultaneously. We sincerely hope and do believe that this project would help to improve local capacities and stimulate economic activities in the state by creating thousands of direct and indirect jobs. In our state, the harmonization of taxes to end double taxation, and the prompt issuance of a certificate of occupancies, the establishment of ease of doing business council, and massive support to the security agencies are all aimed at making Rivers State secure and continue to be an investor's delight. Thank you all for your attention. On this note, on a personal note, I wish to express my sincere delight and to be having His Excellency, my governor, asking me to represent him. Because as a proud daughter of the soil of Grand Bonny Kingdom, having been married to a chief of a major house of Bonny, late Chief Dr. Owen Gobanigo, it is a thing of great joy to my heart to see this great accomplishment for Bonny Kingdom and for Rivers State and Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Her Excellency Dr. Ipalibo Buhari, Deputy Governor of Rivers State, representing the Governor of the state. Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, jobs will be created, economy will be boosted. That is the story of Train 7. To give us an overview of this train, please welcome Deputy Managing Director of the Nigerian NLNG, Mr. Sadiq Maibonu.
The President, Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, please kindly indulge me to show a short video on the Train 7 project.
In over 20 years of our safe and reliable operation, we have excelled in producing and delivering LNG globally. We have grown stronger with a deep passion for what we do and the understanding that gas remains the world's preferred transition fuel in the immediate and near future. Our history attests to this. 10 years after incorporation in 1989, the first 2 trains were completed, paving the way for export of our first LNG cargo on October 9, 1999, which signified the beginning of one of the most successful stories in the LNG industry worldwide. The plant quickly grew from a 2-train to a 6-train plant. This earned us the reputation of being the fastest growing LNG company in the world. NLNG has delivered over 5,000 LNG cargoes to buyers around the world by engaging the best production practices, earning the company accolades as one of the most reliable plants in the world. Having made great strides in the past, our focus is now on our future growth, Train 7. We are fully committed to our expansion program, NLNG Train 7 project, which will increase our production capacity by 35% from the current 22 million tons per annum to 30 million tons per annum.
Train 7 will enable Nigeria's gas development even further. Today we know we have almost 200 TCF, but we also know that we have some 600 TCF scope which is yet to be proven. And we believe that this project is the biggest enabler to unblock and unlock the gas potential of Nigeria, which is why we're very excited.
On 27th December 2019, NLNG's shareholders took final investment decision, FID, for the project. That FID was quickly followed by the award of the Nigerian Content Compliance Certificate, NCCC, and the endorsement of the Approved Vendors List, AVLS, by Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, NCDMB, in April 2020.
I am delighted that NLNG, as usual, is setting the pace not only in the midstream sector, but also in its commitment towards developing Nigerian content in the oil and gas industry.
What this means is that we're going to put in place a project that will ultimately deliver at least $20 billion of net revenue to the Federation. It will create at least 10,000 direct jobs. It will also create 40,000 indirect jobs.
On 13th May 2020, NLNG awarded the engineering, procurement and construction EPC contracts for the project to SCD JV Consortium, comprising affiliates of Saipem, Chiyoda and Daewoo. The search for an EPC contractor for Train 7 began in July 2018 with the signing of front-end engineering design FEED with 2 consortia in a dual FEED process. The consortia, B7 JV Consortium and SCD JV Consortium, participated in the dual FEED process, which led to their bidding to construct the Train 7. SCD Consortium emerged as the preferred bidder after a contracting process that was transparent and in full compliance with all applicable laws and good industry practices.
I think we can give a lot into this project. There is a lot that we can bring into this project. Of course, we will leverage on our experience in similar projects abroad, but also we will leverage from our experience of working on the previous trains in LNG in Nigeria.
Construction of Train 7 will formally begin with a groundbreaking ceremony. The project that holds so much promise for Nigeria, Train 7 will attract $12 billion in FDI, provide 12,000 jobs at the peak of construction, and stimulate the local economy. Regarding Nigerian content, where we hold sway, 55% of the engineering activities will be carried out in Nigeria. 55% of all procurement for execution of the project will be done by Nigerian vendors. 100% of all installations and construction will happen in Nigeria. The project will provide investment opportunities in manufacturing and capacity development and enormous employment opportunities for Nigerian service providers and manufacturers. Indeed, gas is the future. The future is Train 7. Train 7 is growth. We are a global LNG company helping to build a better Nigeria.
Thank you, Mr. President. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, indeed today is really a very special day for us in Nigeria LNG as we gather to lay the foundation for our future. Our commitment to making Train 7 a reality is a clear testament of our tenacity to sustain Nigeria's relevance in the global LNG market. Train 7 project means more to LNG, means more LNG to the world, more dividends to Nigeria through its shareholding in NNPC, more revenues to the government through payment of feed gas, taxes and levies as earlier stated by Tony, and this both at federal and state levels. It means more jobs, and this will touch the lives of many Nigerians, but most especially our host communities. I want to use the opportunity to thank you for joining us today, and thank you for listening and for watching the video. Thank you.
Many thanks to our DMD, Mr. Sadiq May-Borno. Thank you for taking us through this short journey and long one that has gotten us here. Please appreciate him once again. It is my honor and privilege to welcome, for his keynote address, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the Honorable Minister of Petroleum Resources, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, Grand Commander of the Federal Republic.
Your Excellency, the Governor of the River State, represented by the Deputy Governor, Senator Betty Afiafi, Chairman, Senate Committee on Gas Resources, Chief of Staff of the President, Honorable Minister of State, Petroleum Resources, Group Managing Director, NNPC, Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer, NLNG, His Majesty King Edward Asimini William Depa Pepple III, Amain Yanabo of Grand Bonny Kingdom, and other royal fathers, senior government officials, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today represents yet another very important milestone in the history of Nigeria's oil and gas industry. The story of Nigerian LNG is one I have been passionately associated with during the formative years of the LNG project. As Minister of Petroleum Resources, I kicked off our first foray in LNG business in 1978. At the time, it was already apparent that Nigeria was mainly a gas-rich country with a little oil. It therefore gives me great joy to see the organization transform from just a project in the early 90s to a very successful company with over 20 years of responsible operations and steady supply of liquefied natural gas, liquefied petroleum gas, and natural gas liquids into the global market. This is proof that Nigeria has great capacity to deliver value to the world by harnessing our natural resources. This groundbreaking ceremony to herald the Train 7 project construction affords me the opportunity to congratulate Nigerian LNG and its shareholders, NNPC, Shell, Total, and ENI for proving that a Nigerian company can operate a world-class business, A, safety, B, profitability, and C, responsibly. Clearly, you have set the stage upon which Nigeria's vast gas resources will continue to grow well into the future. The focus of this administration is to boost the development of Nigeria's abundant gas resources, strengthen the gas value chain, develop the much needed infrastructure, and enhance safe operations in the sector as outlined in the National Gas Policy of 2017. Through the Decade of Gas Initiative, which I recently launched, we will transform Nigeria into a major gas and industrialized nation, with gas playing the key role as revenue earner, fuel for industries, and necessary feed for petrochemicals and fertilizer plants. I am proud that NLNG, as a pioneer of LNG company in Nigeria, has conscientiously proven the viability of the gas sector over the years, currently contributing about 1% to our country's GDP. NLNG has generated 114 billion United States dollars in revenues over the years, 39 billion United States dollars in taxes, 18 billion United States dollars in dividends to the federal government, and 15 billion United States dollars in feed gas purchase. These are commendable accomplishments by a company's 100% Nigerian management team. With this level of performance, I can only hope that the company continues to grow, starting with this Train 7 project, but also positioning Nigeria to thrive through the energy transition. I hereby urge the Board of Directors, management and staff of LNG, the host communities, the River State government, and agencies of the federal government to continue to collaborate to ensure completion and eventual commissioning of the Train 7 project safely and on time so that Train 8 can start. As we flag off the Train 7 project today, I look forward to the development and execution of more gas projects by the international oil companies and indigenous operators, and more trains from Nigeria LNG to harness the over 600 trillion cubic feet of proven gas reserves we are endowed with. Let me use this opportunity to commend the shareholders of NLNG, the Federal Ministry of Petroleum, NNPC, and the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, and other stakeholders for very exemplary collaboration, which has culminated in this great opportunity for Train 7. I want to thank the foreign investors for the confidence reposed in Nigeria and assure all Nigerians and potential investors in the oil and gas sector that the federal government will continue to create an enabling environment in order to develop the sector and bring the full benefits of gas closer to our people. On behalf of the people of Nigeria, I hereby flag off commencement of construction work on Train 7 and wish you great success with the project. Thank you for your attention, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Chamber he spoke to us from. Thereafter, we'll take our seat and continue proceedings in the room. For now, let's take the national anthem to announce his departure. Thank you once again, Your Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, flagging off the groundbreaking. Thank you, sir.
As he departs, please, we may be comfortably seated. And we will keep our eyes on the screen for a short video that tells us more about the Nigeria LNG.
Our story begins 60 years ago at the infancy of Nigerian oil production. We were inspired by the idea of capturing and preventing the hazards of its byproduct, flared gas, triggering a time for change. So began our quest towards processing LNG for the world's cleaner energy future need and the transformation of Nigeria's economic base. In 1989, Nigeria LNG was born, and the beginning of the fulfillment of our long-held ambition, a time for action. Ensuing years saw rapid progress, kick-starting a time for accomplishments. Final investment decision was made in 1995 to build Train 1 and 2, creating a 5.9 million tons per annum capacity plant, and commercial production of LNG began. October 1999 marked a time for breakthrough. History was made when Nigeria LNG exported her first ever cargo on LNG Lagos to the Montoir de Breton terminal in France. The dream was finally real. Nigeria LNG successfully enlisted the nation among the suppliers of global LNG, 10 years after it was incorporated. This heralded a time for growth. Growth followed growth, success followed success, and within its first decade of operations, Nigeria LNG would become the fastest growing LNG company in the world. A time for expansion ensued. Nigeria LNG added 4 more trains to become the biggest industrial complex in sub-Saharan Africa. A major supplier of global LNG and rank among the top 5 exporters with a production of 22 million tons of LNG and natural gas liquids from our 6-train plant complex on Bonny Island in Rivers State, Nigeria. We achieved global reach, establishing 2 subsidiaries, Bonny Gas Transport, BGT Limited, which owns and charters 13 of the 23 ships that transverse the globe to deliver LNG cargoes, and the NLNG Ship Management Limited, NSML, to manage the crews on board the LNG vessels. The result? A dramatic reduction of Nigeria's gas flare status from 65% when the company started operations to less than 20% today. With this growth came Nigerianization, a rapid boost to Nigerian skills and world-class engineering training capacity. Today, the company has 100% Nigerian management team and 95% Nigerian employees who operate the plant with the highest value for safety. With 22 million tons of production, Nigeria LNG has generated revenues of over $100 billion to date, returning more than $15 billion to stakeholders in dividends and contributing an excess of $6.5 billion in taxes to the nation since we started operations, allowing us to participate actively in national investment. We are and will continue to be part of Nigeria's future. We continue to pursue our passion for community development, investing significantly in infrastructure development with plans to co-finance a 120 billion naira Bonny-Bodo Road project to connect Bonny Island to the mainland, representing the highest single investment ever on a CSR project in the country. This project will offer great relief to riverine dwellers in that area of the Niger Delta, turning the island into an investor and tourist haven. We established the Bonny Utilities Company, BUC, to ensure uninterrupted electric power supply, as well as potable water to the community, and the Bonny Community Health Insurance Scheme to guarantee access to healthcare for the people. We will sustain skills development through our 3-tier scholarship scheme, as well as the London City and Guilds Certified Bonny Vocational Centre, to train technicians and meet the manpower needs of the industry. We are committed to achieving Goal Zero, not just in our carbon emission through our operations, but also our safety records, remaining a force for good as we look to ramp up LPG supply to the domestic market, with our commitment of 350,000 tonnes per annum, further reducing the adverse impact of other hazardous fuels on humans and the environment. Today, with Train 7 on the horizon, we are excited about the opportunity to increase production capacity by 35%, and with this, create brighter futures for the growing population, contributing to education, research, infrastructural development, transformation of the communities in which we operate, maintaining our position as a top 5 exporter of LNG, and delivering cleaner, sustainable energy to the country better and faster than before. As the world demands more energy, but with less carbon emissions, natural gas has a major part to play. It is the smart partner to renewables. The future is exciting. The future is gas. It's time for gas, and it's our time to shine. When the world thinks of energy and Nigeria, it thinks of the nation's vast oil reserves that have helped power the global economy, improving the lives of hundreds of millions of people over many decades. But the way energy is currently provided and used...
Can we please get the lectern back? We're going to go into the photographs. Now, this is the order of proceedings for the groundbreaking. We were to do the photo ops, the pictures, outside around the area for the groundbreaking, but because of the rain, we'll take all the pictures in the room here. Now, once we're done taking those pictures, we'll go outside and do the groundbreaking. But before that, we'll listen to the chairman of the board. We'll listen to the king of the Grand Bonny Kingdom. Once we're done listening to the two of them, we'll take the vote of thanks from our GMER. Can we please get the lectern back? We need assistance here, please. We'll take the vote of thanks from the ER of Nigeria LNG, then the photo ops. After the photo ops, we'll go outside. His Excellency, the Honorable Minister of State, representing Mr. President, to go outside to conduct the groundbreaking ceremony. Now, while that is happening, we appeal because of the weather and to keep observing social distancing protocols. You remain seated, except for those who are going, of course, they would know themselves and be reminded, who are going with His Excellency, the Honorable Minister, to conduct the groundbreaking. Every other distinguished guest is expected to remain seated in the room as we will stream everything they'll be doing outside here on the screens in front of you. But for now, we would just go into inviting for the first of the goodwill messages.
Please join me receive the Chairman, Board of Directors, Nigeria LNG, His Royal Majesty, Dr. Edmond Daukuru.
Once the king come here, all the big...
Please, can the person online be muted?
Excellency, Mr. President, who just a few minutes ago stepped out of his environment and is henceforth, I guess, to be represented by the Minister of State, Petroleum Resources. There is very little to add at this point. I will simply stand on existing protocols to express how glad I am that after all the frustrating delays FID was taken, which FID turned out to be provisional. Thereafter, there were a few more months of frustration, just waiting for what the global terrain would become. And to know that today we are finally reached the point, turn the sword, and get on with the project, source of infinite sadness to me. Speak, of course, for the entire board, which took over, I believe, August last year, 2 months ago before we hit the 1-year mark. And to be witnessing 2 major milestones, as the commissioning of the head office, now the turning of the sword, a source of gratitude. All those who have worked assiduously to bring these 2 major events to fruition. Any major business, including the gas business we are in, depends on 2 crucial factors. One is decision-making. Next is capital. That is, if we take the technology as a given, where we must express particular gratitude to the President, not just for approving our respective appointments, of the challenge of taking things to a new level, but also going over the obstacles that stood in the way. Obstacles, I believe, largely responsible for the delay in realizing Train 7 compared to all the other trains. 6 of them altogether were realized within 8 years of the commissioning of the first one, Trains 1 and 2. You would wonder what could have caused such a delay. Taken 14 years to start Train 7 and only 6 years to achieve Trains 1, only 8 years to achieve Trains 1 to 6. If that funding was at the root of it, cash call concerns about the upstream. My joy is that finally that obstacle had to be transcended, make Train 7 reality. My hope that the global market continues to look up having found the key of that particular headache regarding the upstream gas supply, turned back to the old pace, galloping horse that went so far so quickly. Formula applicable here would just as well be applicable for trains and beyond. Second, I want to particularly thank the people of Bonny Kingdom, headed, of course, by the natural ruler here, not just a traditional ruler, as some are inclined to call him. That region of the 1950s, by only 8 natural rulers so recognized by government. Grand Bonny Kingdom was one of them. As not at all accidentally, Nebe Kingdom was and still is. It's actually for me a homecoming. I was last year when the sand pyramids were going up and the drainage tubes were sticking out for quick settlement, sand settlement. Joy to know that coming back here is going to be the beginning of many more as the trains come one after the other in quick succession. I must thank especially the way that land has been made available. Land is really the last possession that the kingdom, with so little land, would flash as their heritage. Not all the hardware, but it is actually the land itself. You can't place value on it, but they were willing for value to be placed on it. We are running fast out of land here, and for community to provide this land, we cannot say money can make up for the loss. So I thank my brother, King Pericles VI, he's such a good leader. That the handover from his predecessor to himself was indeed a very, very successful one as he carries on to give support and to offer fatherly prayers and advice and wisdom for this major, major project of all dimensions. I want to particularly say that the government of Rivers State has such a great, great host for this project. That is saying a lot. But it's not only the king, traditional father here, but the state government, head of the government, that have jointly assured that there have been no community problems of any significance, no anxious moments now and then, but somehow, by and large, we have had trouble-free operations here. That cannot be said for the upstream. And I wish the upstream would borrow a leaf from the downstream because they are intricately interlinked. Thank you again, my dear brother. And then finally, I would have to say, global market itself, so promising now. And our gas quality, not just some old sour gas, a very clean gas quality, and the sheer amount of it, in a fairly limited area, I would say. In small accumulations, yes, but we know the way to gather together small accumulations of anything, not be a hindrance at all. Forecasts are very encouraging. Getting into a transition period from high carbon energy sources to low carbon energy sources. And do hope and pray that much more can be done that is currently on the plans. And I join everybody who has been calling for greater commitment to Train 8, all that is foreseen to be viable beyond Train 8. Let me thank everybody once more and wish you all safe journey back in this inclement weather. Thank you very much once more.
Thank you very much. Our King and Chairman of the Board will respectfully ask that you please present a gift to His Excellency the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It will be received by the Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Chief Timothy Silva. Please, sir, we welcome you to take the gift on behalf of the board and the good people of Nigeria LNG. Welcome, sir. A symbol of goodwill, of appreciation. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please a round of applause. Thank you, sirs. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much, Your Royal Majesty, Chairman of the Board, and then, of course, for presenting on behalf of the Board a gift to His Excellency the President. Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Nigerian NLNG has enjoyed peace and tranquility through the years in doing business in this great kingdom. And we're delighted now to have for his goodwill message on this great day for Nigeria, His Majesty, King Edward Asimini William Dapa Pepo III, CON, Edward I, Perikuli the 11th, natural ruler and Amayanabo of the Grand Bonny Kingdom. You're welcome, Your Majesty.
Your Excellency, President, represented, my dear brother, Jimmy Silva, Excellency, Deputy Governor, Dr. Epaliwo Harry Baningu, Chairman of the NLNG Board, brother Dembe Edmond Dakuru, MD of the NLNG, Tony Atta, the MD of Shell, good to see you. The Executive Secretary, Local Content Board, Simbi Wabote, my very good friend Waze, Mohammed, Sadiq, and of course the, not forgetting, Malamele Keari, Group Managing Director, NNPC. My dear chiefs, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen of the press, on this occasion, I decided to put together a little speech. I couldn't do it like my brother, who is an industry man already. So I put together a little speech because of the magnitude of this occasion. A little over 20 years ago, precisely on the 9th of the year 1999, the largest natural gas utilization project in Nigeria, the liquefied natural gas plant located in Bonny Kingdom in Rivers State, commenced operation with its train 1 and 2. From a 2-train LNG plant in 1999, the Nigerian Liquefied Natural Gas Company moved to a 6-train plant within 9 years of its operation. It earned it the enviable position as the fastest growing LNG company in the world. It was by all standards a feat achieved through painstaking dedication and thoroughness, commitment, and unquenchable desire for excellence, which has been the modus operandi of the board and management of the LNG since inception to date. Today, we are gathered to witness the groundbreaking of the Train 7 project that's expected to deliver value and benefit to the Nigerian economy. Indeed, today's event is epochal in the history of gas production in the country. And it will not only provide job opportunities and accruable revenues from the multi-billion-dollar project, but will significantly reduce importation of LPG into the country because of the additional tonnage of LPG to be produced from this Train 7 project. This is no doubt, as have been declared, that this project has the potential of making Nigeria to be reckoned with globally as an international gas hub. Bonny Kingdom is elated with this groundbreaking ceremony today, as it has been since the coming of the Nigeria LNG company. We are glad to note the sacrifices which we made, see the realization of the LNG dream has continued to pay off fruitfully to the Kingdom, Rivers State, and Nigeria at large. Partnership built over the years between Bonny Kingdom and Nigeria LNG has been incredibly mutually beneficial. This is attributable to the most civilized conduct of our people and the near-perfect understanding of the board and management of the company over the years. It has been a partnership built on trust, equity, fairness, and respect, and the result has been a most conducive environment for business and the reciprocal corporate social responsibility on the part of the NLNG. Over the years, Nigeria LNG has initiated numerous strategic infrastructural development projects, human capacity development, and services enhancement, which has steadily moved the already cosmopolitan island to becoming the next tourism heaven, with significant economic value for the people of this kingdom, Rivers State, and Nigeria at large. The Bonny Border Road project, which is at its advanced stage of completion. The ongoing consulate building, which will become the city center and central hub on which the Bonny Kingdom tourism and new economy will revolve, and other equally important key socio-economic initiatives and interventions are testament to your sterling resolve to leave worthy and lasting legacies as a premium corporate entity. Nigeria LNG has significantly contributed to the economic survival of the country, paying over $20 billion in dividends and taxes to the Nigerian government. The Train 7 project is another strategic imperative for the country's long-term economic stability. Therefore, heartening to be part of this expansion project, which assures all of us of the sustainability of the company and the continuous benefit to all Nigerians. Let me reassure Nigeria LNG, the state of Rivers, and the federal government of Nigeria of the sustenance of peace and tranquility all through the duration of this project and beyond. The usual convivial atmosphere and peaceful environment under which Nigeria LNG had operated in the past would not only be sustained, but extended to ensure the timely completion of this project. Our people are peaceful and peace-loving. Rest assured that these attributes which we cherish can never be jettisoned. I congratulate the Nigeria LNG for achieving this great feat of the groundbreaking event today, and for the many laudable contributions that you have made and will continue to make for the socio-economic development of Bonny Kingdom, Rivers State, and Nigeria. I urge our people to embrace this project wholeheartedly and take advantage of its numerous opportunities to advance to new economic heights. God bless you. Thank you for listening.
Our King, Imebam, thank you so much for your reassurance, for your kindness, for your intervention. Imebam, sir, thank you so much. For the vote of thanks, allow me welcome our General Manager, External Relations and Sustainable Development, Mrs. Ayono Fatai Williams. A round of applause for her as she makes her way gallantly to the fore. Welcome, ma'am.
Standing on existing protocol, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today we have good reason that Nigeria LNG will continue to thrive as an LNG company as long as LNG remains a significant fuel in the world. For one, this nation has enormous and proven potential gas resources. For another, Nigeria LNG Limited has the technical and managerial competence to put all that gas has to offer for good for the increased revenue generation and acceleration of industrialization of our dear nation. All that is needed is for relevant stakeholders in this nation to demonstrate the willpower to support the company's expansion and sustainability as has been done to date. Therefore, this groundbreaking ceremony for Train 7, for the construction of Train 7, is a step in the right direction towards strengthening NLNG's assurance to the global community that we have both the commodity and the capacity to continue to significantly supply volumes of LNG for the world's need for cleaner energy. It also assures Nigerians of more revenue from the company through the Bonny taxes and levies to the federal and state governments and regulatory agencies, and also through the dividends that we pay to the Nigerian government through NNPC's equity holding in the company, and the many, many more social investment initiatives for our communities. For these and many more, on behalf of the shareholders, the board of directors, management and staff of Nigeria LNG, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to His Excellency Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, for fully backing Nigeria LNG's operations since his assumption of office. Our Train 7 ambition was a dream until we secured the support of Mr. President and his cabinet members. This was in turn crucial to securing the confidence of relevant international players and financiers to endorse and undertake active roles in the actualization of Train 7. We would really like to extend our thanks and appreciation, Mr. President, for exhibiting such great leadership towards a project that had lingered for so many years before his administration. I'd also like to thank the Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, His Excellency Chief Timipre Silva, and the Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, Mr. Mele Kiari, for playing front-line roles towards the accomplishment through their joint doggedness and tenacity. Thank you very much, sirs. To the Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Content Development Board, Engineer Simbi Wabote, he has been and remains a very reliable ally and partner indeed. He steered his team to enable our groundbreaking achievement in terms of compliance with all the statutory requirements ahead of the actual award of the engineering, procurement, and construction contract for the project execution. Thank you very much, ES. Thank you, sir. While I say a special thank you to the Honorable Minister of Finance for her solid support through project maturation, I would also like to commend all the government regulatory and security agencies, including the Department of Petroleum Resources, the Customs, and immigration officials for supporting the Train 7 initiative. Please let me assure you that the success of Nigeria LNG remains the success of Nigeria, as our vision of helping to build a better Nigeria and attendant actions have consistently demonstrated. Time will not allow me to mention every critical contributor to this very big day, but I want to bring it home. Our sincere gratitude goes to our shareholders. They are the true heroes of this victory today, as they have stayed positive every step in this long journey. I also want to thank every member of our present board of directors and the immediate past directors, the past managing directors and deputy managing directors, without whose support and doggedness we would not be here. They kept faith and they kept the light burning. They provided the inspiration to our extended management team and our dedicated staff, whose support has been steadfast and to whom I hereby extend our deep gratitude. I honestly cannot end these closing remarks without acknowledging the stakeholders who are indisputably crucial to us. One is to the Nigerian media, who are our mirror to the general public. They have worked the journey with us. Thank you to the gentlemen of the press. Then, very significantly, to the Amanyanabo and people of the Grand Bonny Kingdom, our operational base, as well as the communities where our corporate head office is located, and the many communities through which our gas transmission systems traverse. Nigeria LNG is advancing in the global market and at home, because you have provided the enabling environment for us to operate, and we can only ask for your continued support as we expand our operations and increase the value we bring to our stakeholders in line with our vision of being a global LNG company helping to build a better Nigeria. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I assure you that the Train 7 project will reinforce Nigeria's place as a global LNG supplier to the nations of the world who look to our shipments of LNG to power their homes and industries, as well as increase domestic LPG and LNG supply to the Nigerian market. This is to ensure that we continue to contribute our quota to making cooking gas available to Nigeria and Nigerians, and also to power the Nigerian homes and industries as we are doing for the rest of the world. We should all leave here with a strong sense of fulfillment that we've played our essential roles in making this event happen today. So once again, on behalf of Nigeria LNG, our Train 7 director in particular, Ali Uwais, whose job is cut out for the next few years, Nigeria LNG thanks you and hopes that your valid support will be sustained hereafter. I'd like to wish us safe travels back to our respective homes. Thank you very much for being here, and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Ariano Fatai Williams, General Manager, External Relations and Sustainable Development, taking the vote of thanks. Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of speaking formalities, but there is that one significant assignment that has been designated to the Honorable Minister of State by His Excellency the President, which will be the formal groundbreaking and unveiling. However, as I said earlier, before we get into that, we will take this following photo ops. Now, after that photo ops, we'll proceed to the groundbreaking. After the groundbreaking, the following dignitaries will proceed to a brief visit to the palace of the natural ruler and Amayanabo of the Grand Bonny Kingdom. That will be His Excellency the Honorable Minister, Her Excellency the Deputy Governor, the Group Managing Director of the NNPC and members of the board of the NNPC, the Managing Director of Nigerian LNG, his wife, and members of the board of the Nigerian LNG, the Executive Secretary of Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, the Managing Directors of the Consortium SCD JV, the Train 7 Project Director, Ali Weiss, and the PD for Bonny, who is the GM Production. Buses will be made available once you're done with the groundbreaking to take you to the palace. But before we get to the groundbreaking, can I respectfully ask the Honorable Minister of State to please step forward, sir, as we begin the photo ops. You'll be joined by the Managing Director, Nigerian LNG. You'll be joined by the Chairman of the Board of the Nigerian LNG. You will also be joined by the Executive Secretary, NCDMB, a representative from the SCDJV Management, one, the Nigeria LNG GM External Relations. These people I called now should please be on the right of the Honorable Minister, please. On the right of the Honorable Minister. Those I called now, please on the right. The next people I'm going to call should please come to the left of the Honorable Minister. Thank you. That will be the GMD NNPC, the Deputy Managing Director, Nigeria LNG, Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor of the state, the King of Bonny Kingdom, the General Manager, External Relations, and T7 Project Director, Ali Weiss. To the left of, we can take Her Excellency next to the, yes, please, thank you. Can I have my, okay, this is, paparazzi, allow me move this before you take that picture, please. So please, once I'm done with this, the next people I will call to join would join and go back to their seats once I'm done with this. But let me finish with this one. Okay, paparazzi, it's all yours. Are you done?
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Please join this photograph. We'll find a way around it. These few people I'm going to call now.
You can step up to the stage, please.
Shareholders and board members can please now join. The shareholders, please.
Come up stage, please.
You can please join.
Well, come up stage, please. Come.
Whoosh, the speaker. How do we manage this? Paparazzis, what's your best advice? They should go on stage.
Please come up stage.
You will catch it. Okay, you're asked to go on stage. Shareholders, please go on stage. Thank you, shareholders. Thank you, shareholders. Shareholders and board members, thank you very much. You go on stage. Thank you very much. So once we're done with this, the shareholder and board members can please go back to their seats so that I'll call the next session. Varazzi, let me know once you're done with this one. We're done with this one. Thank you, shareholders. You can please come back to your seat with board members. The next is the SCD Consortium. Where are they? The SCD Consortium. Oh, you're here already. Any other person that can join? Can they go to the back of the, on stage as well? SCD Consortium, please, real quick. I hear you in the room. Please go on stage as well. Now, all the other SCD Consortium members who are here, if it's just one person, okay, take that picture. You can go back to your seat once we're done with the picture. Okay, thank you. Paparazzi, let me know. You're done with that? We're done with that? Okay, thank you very much. Can we get members of the board of the NNPC to please go behind as well? SCD Consortium, Philip, can you get him to please take his seat? Yes. Members of the board of the NNPC, yes. I would respectfully ask that the members of Bonny Chiefs should please be on standby after the NNPC board. Members of Bonny Chief Council. Okay, NNPC board, Paparazzi, are you there? Paparazzi, you have that? Thank you, NNPC board. You may please go back to your seat. Please, members of Bonny Chiefs, please, sirs, can you kindly come to the stage and join the group photograph? These are the men with their citizens of this great kingdom who ensure sustained peace and tranquility, progress and prosperity, but not just the Nigerian LNG, but Rivers State, and indeed for Nigeria. You're done. Thank you, Chiefs. Thank you so much, Chiefs. Thank you so much. Okay, so we are set now to go out. Okay, okay. Please hold on, sirs. After the Chiefs, we will take the Nigerian LNG management. The Nigerian LNG management, please be on standby. We have, sir. Thank you, sir. My DMD is concerned about his word. I love that. Thank you, sir. Okay, so management team of Nigeria LNG, can you please step forward now? Okay, SMT, please. SMT, Nigeria LNG SMT. Very please, let's make it quick. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. So after SMT, our last photograph will be Title, Citizens, and Pengerson. And if no Peng is here, they will join. Okay, EMT, you please, EMT, can you join now? Why SMT is still there? EMT, please go ahead. EMT, please go ahead. Why SMT is still there? EMT, please go ahead. After this, it will be Title, Citizens, and Pengerson, and we're done, and we'll proceed. While every other person remains seated, the dignitaries who are standing here, because of the rain and the protocols, we proceed to do the groundbreaking. The others who I called to join them to the palace's visit, once the bus is ready to leave, we will inform you in the hall and you proceed. So this is SMT and EMT for that Nigerian LNG. In case you don't know, the senior management and extended management team. So title citizens now, Pengasun and the local government chairman of Bonny, you can now allow them to get down stage and then you proceed up. Title citizens, Pengasun, chairman of Bonny local government. Once again, once we're done with this, remain seated. Our dignitaries who are standing here, the constants in the picture, will proceed to do the groundbreaking. Because of the weather, we don't want you soaked in the rain. We don't want you standing. You can also use the other stairs. You can use these stairs, you can use the other stairs to spread it out. Yes. Truly, history has been made today. The first of many till 15 and counting. If you look at the history of the company, the trains 1 to 6, most of them came in quite quick successions. Now that you're done, thank you all very much. Thank you. You can all remain, go to your seat now. But Sars and Mars, we're proceeding to the groundbreaking, but let's allow them settle down a bit so we free the aisle for you to move. So, Yemi and the team, which this is our exit. Can someone come? This is our exit. Fantastic. Okay, brilliant. So please, again, it's raining. Remain seated. Only our dignitaries who are standing here. Sir, please, can you just, please, sir, take your seat, sir. We'll talk to him after, sir. Please, sir. Please, sir, can we just take our seats? Let's just do this, please. The weather is, thank you. Please, Your Excellency, ma'am. Please continue. Can we please free the aisle? Can we please free the aisle? They are coming now, Philip and Yemi. Can we please free the aisle? Please free the aisle. Please free the aisle. Thank you very much. Remain seated. You will see everything on the screen. After this, we will serve lunch.
Testing the microphone. Testing the microphone. Oh yeah, come. Wait, now here they go. Testing.
Okay. Sorry, wait now. They couldn't allow me pass now. Okay, so Philip. Be telling them. Your Excellency, the Minister, we do the groundbreaking ceremony first. Sound. The Minister, Philip, come close to me. The Minister will go first. Okay, I'm not going to allow Philip come close to me, I beg. Okay, wait, I beg. Make person doing work. Okay. The Minister goes. Guys, Mona, calm down. The Minister.
This man. Oh God, this man's messing up.
Okay. Minister, I can't wait for this to complete. This is fast forwarding a 5 years journey. Amazing. Okay. Groundbreaking taking in 5 years' time. The production kicks off. Okay, there you have it, Your Excellency. Just before Your Excellency speaks, let's welcome My Excellency, the Deputy Governor. Then, yes, ma, please. Where's another? Hey, hey, God. Are you the like this? Where's the other block? Are they bringing it? Okay. Now, Minister, hey, God. Even phone photographers, no one allows this. Now, Her Excellency, Dr. Ipalibo Hari Banigo will also paparazzi. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, as Her Excellency Okay, I'd like to call on the GMD. This is a block now. Allow the block come now. Philip. Now, I had this block. Go ahead. Okay. Is our chairman? ESNCDMB, sir. Oh yes. The board chairman. After the board chairman will take the ESNCDMB. The board chairman, please. Please, on top. The next one on top. Let's not go too far. The next one on top. The next one on top. On top. Come here. Come here. Bring the pan this way. Okay. You are okay. Go, do that one. Then subsequently on top, So the chairman, NLNG board, followed by the ESNCDMB. And His Majesty does also the foundation. Thank you very much. A round of applause. ESNCDMB, sir. If you can step forward. Say that again. Okay. Is it on the king now, please? The king. Yeah. The king of Grand. Okay. 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 Yes. Yes, sir. Please go ahead. Guys, the king is ready. Is the king of Grand Bonny Kingdom is ready. Now, wow for you people. Even people. Okay. And the king of the Grand Bonny Kingdom has done his, and it's now time to unveil the plaque. It's now time to unveil the plaque. Wait, where's the plaque? The Honorable Minister of State Petroleum Resources, on behalf of His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic, will unveil the plaque. Sound.
The groundbreaking ceremony for NLNG's Train 7 project was performed by His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, on 15th June 2021.
And so we're done here. So please, just the way they were inside standing, they will take a group photograph now. Can every other person just step back a little bit, allow them space to take that picture? Thank you very much. The way they were standing inside now, please. It's just line up here. Yeah, the way you were inside, please line up here, please. Please, please, the way they were inside, allow them line up now for a group photograph, please. Just step aside, everybody. Thank you. No, we'll do it and go inside. Now, once we're done with this, once they are done with this, they go back inside. Are we done? Okay, so thank you. So they'll proceed inside. Is the place ready to announce? Okay, so the minister, the GMD, the MD, the ES will just can go inside as the tent. Sophie, where are you, Sophie, please? Philip. Okay, so Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor, the Honorable Minister, the GMD, the MD.
This is Channels Television. You've been watching our live coverage of the groundbreaking ceremony of NLNG Train 7 project in Bonny, River State. We'll now return to Lagos to continue with regular programs. Stay with us.